Pancake everyone, dear friends. Have you ever wanted to hover over an abyss in a freefall while being on the edge of losing consciousness, or perhaps rush through a huge height at a wild speed? For this purpose, there are amusement parks with all sorts of rides that will brighten up your gray and boring weekdays. However, not all of them are created for true thrill seekers and extreme lovers, so we're going to tell you about the most frightening and dangerous rides in the world that can literally kill you with horror. Number 1, the 500-foot bridge in China. The beams are 656 feet high and have varying distances between them, so you will even have to jump at this height. Of course, everyone is strapped with a safety harness, but not everyone wants to go over the abyss. There was one case when the safety rope came off a man who was lucky to be taking his last step, but it made a lot of fuss, and a lot of people do not want to go over that bridge because it is not safe. Number 2, High Roller, Las Vegas. On March 31st, 2014, the cheerful and vicious Las Vegas gave a surprise not only to gamblers and dubious adventurers, but also to high rollers. This city is home to a huge and ultra-modern Ferris wheel. The non-threatening yet breathtaking ride is 547 feet tall and has a diameter of 518 feet. The high roller takes the lead from the popular Singapore Ferris wheel, which trails the latter by 6.5 feet. However, the ancestor of both rides is essentially the same. Construction of the giant wheel cost $550 million, and the preparatory work and actual construction was conducted starting in 2011. You can travel around the circle and admire the neighborhoods of Las Vegas in any of the 28 air-conditioned glass cabins. Tickets range from $25 to $35, depending on the time of day. One pod is comparable to a room of 183 square feet. A half-hour ride, this is how long the Iron Sun makes a complete revolution, is accompanied by music and continuous, though very slow rotation around its axis, thus achieving better visibility. Number 3, Insanity the Ride, Las Vegas. Surely the feeling of dread is unknown to anyone who dares to ride the carousel, located practically atop the 1,148-foot high hotel casino called the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. The Stratosphere itself is the tallest observation tower in the United States, which already can't help but make your heart race, and Insanity the Ride is also located outside of it. To be fair, it's still about 918 feet tall. The carousel appeared on the tower in 2005 and is a detachable structure. It is attached to a claw with paired seats. After tourists are seated, the mechanism comes to life and carries them off the site, positioning them directly above the millions of lights of Las Vegas. The carousel spins over the city at about 37 miles per hour and occasionally repeats the movements of a blooming flower. Thus, people find themselves face to face with the abyss, and only a seatbelt keeps them from falling. Number 4, Giant Canyon Swing, USA. In the faraway state of Colorado, extreme lovers can find their own delight. A giant swing over the precipice. The bright white and yellow metal structure sits on the edge of a precipice at a height of 1,312 feet. Mounted to the supports is a movable part with a cradle that seats 4 people. Already challenging enough to be seen as a thrill ride, the Giant Canyon Swing is even more impressive when you consider that it swings 112 degrees and travels at 50 miles per hour. The Giant Canyon Swing is so terrifying that they say even its creator Steve Beckley dared to ride it only once. Number 5, Terror Tower 2, Dreamworld Amusement Park, Queensland, Australia. The name alone makes you sick, and makes you wonder if you should even ride this 377-foot tall attraction. And those who dare to take the plunge have to hurtle down the tube at 99 miles per hour, which takes 3 seconds to reach the top, and so on several times. Number 6, Giant Drop, Australia. Australia is keeping up with the rest of the extreme world. The Dreamworld theme park is home to one of the world's most exhilarating rides, one that allows anyone to free fall for 5 seconds. The ride itself is nothing more than a bench, which however has no room for grannies. This sneaky carriage rises to a height of 390 feet, and then without further ado plummets downward at a staggering speed of 84 miles per hour. But the adventure doesn't end there. The gondola rises and falls again, and only then can each of the 14 riders consider themselves free. The ride was born in 1998, and now its altitude record has been surpassed by its American counterpart, but we couldn't help but pay tribute to the classics. Number 7, Catapult in the Divo-Ostrov Amusement Park, St. Petersburg. The world's tallest catapult is 177 feet tall, and it's located at the Divo-Ostrov Amusement Park in St. Petersburg. Essentially, the ride is an open-air balloon-shaped cabin that is launched into the sky. During the reverse fall, the cabin spins around its axis and then goes up again. To get out, you have to wait until the sphere stops swinging. Number 8, Valravn, USA. More recently, in May of 2016, Cedar Point Amusement Park in Ohio opened a tricked-out roller coaster. Valravn is the highest top point, the steepest and longest descent, and the most twisting curves. The radical but short ride, during which the heart can stop more than once, begins with a gentle ascent to 223 feet. It is probably the only slow and quiet section that ends with a 4-second stop at the cliff. This is followed by a frantic, almost steep descent into an endless rotation of spirals and curves, alternating with new drops. The ride is a group activity. More than 20 people, 8 on each wide row, go on the trip at once. In terms of numbers, the maximum speed the ride can reach is 75 miles per hour, and some of the curves are 90 degrees. Number 9, Formula Rossa, UAE. The drowning in gold and petrodollars United Arab Emirates could not but differ in the field of extreme recreation. In the fabulous Abu Dhabi is located one of the most interesting entertainment centers, Ferrari World, and its integral part is a roller coaster called Formula Rossa. The track is just over 1,200 feet long and is designed in the form of the famous Monza racetrack. The bright red Ferrari can accelerate to 62 miles per hour in just 2 seconds and reaches a top speed of 148 miles per hour in 5 seconds. All this is due to a special hydraulic launch system, which is similar to the launch catapult used on aircraft carriers. The almost spaceship-like speeds reduce a trip to a mere 90 seconds, but as they say, it is quite enough to feel an enormous adrenaline release. Number 10, Leap of Faith, Aquaventure Waterpark, Dubai, UAE. Many call Leap of Faith the scariest water slide in existence. What scares the most is not the 90-foot drop or the steep incline, but rather the final stretch of the 200-foot slide, a transparent tunnel that runs through an aquarium with sharks. The creators of the ride guarantee that the 10-second descent will be remembered by the daredevils for a long time. After all of these rides, it made my head spin. So these were the most dangerous rides that make your blood run cold. Some of us have now decided that we would definitely like to go on this ride, and some of us will think 100 times before buckling up. Which ride did you find the scariest? Let us know in the comments. Well, in the meantime, it was still Pancake with you. Have a good mood and fair wind. See you soon. Pancake, everyone.